Good afternoon, everybody. Allow me to extend a very, very warm welcome to all of you to Abney Park Chapel for this very special occasion.
Love, like rugby, is a full contact experience. It requires commitment, communication, and occasionally the willingness to dive headfirst into a situation you probably should have kicked away. You've both been chosen to play on the same side. No substitutions, no transfers, just the two of you, scrumming through life with muddy boots and matching socks. There will be times when you drop the ball, when someone forgets the anniversary or loads the dishwasher wrong again. But love is about picking it up, resetting the scrum, and pushing forward together. Friendship is your backline, the steady support behind the chaos, ready to catch you when life throws a wonky pass. It's laughing at inside jokes, knowing when to pass the remote, and defending each other even when you are clearly offside. Your adventures have already taken you around the world, like touring teams chasing sunshine and cheap booze. Wherever you've landed, hotels, airports, or East Africa with only one set of clothes, you've found a way to make it your home. And now here you are, laced up, game faces on, ready to take on the biggest match of all, marriage. There's no referee, there's no rule book. And the only thing that really matters is that you play fair, play hard, and you play together. So here's to a lifetime of shared victories, occasional fumbles, and a love strong enough to carry you from kick-off to full-time. And remember, if all else fails, just rock harder.
If I can invite everybody who's able to join us in standing to welcome the bridal party and the bride. Just to be absolutely certain, I'm going to ask them to formally introduce themselves to the room. We could begin with our lovely bride. Please introduce yourself.
Just say literally just my name. Amy Elizabeth Powell.
Kieran Lewis Murray.
Repeat the following words, okay? I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Kieran.
Why I, Kieran.
May not be joined.
May not be joined.
In matrimony.
In matrimony.
To Amy.
To Amy.
Excellent. Amy, he's a tough act to follow. You ready? Please repeat. I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Any lawful impediment.
Why I, Amy.
Why I, Amy.
May not be joined.
May not be joined.
In matrimony.
In matrimony.
To Kieran.
To Kieran.
I told you it was easy, didn't I? Thank you very much. That is the first set of declarations complete. That deserves another round of applause. Okay, so Kieran, when you're ready, please recite your vows to Amy.
Amy, from our very first weekend together, I knew you were special. I was completely infatuated, and I still am. The last 6 years have been the greatest adventure of my life. We've built a life, we've survived a pandemic, we've moved abroad, and made a home wherever we were. so long as we were together. I can't wait to grow old with you. We're made for each other, and I choose you today and always as the sloth of my life.
I don't think we can kiss, but we can all. So Kieran, from the moment I saw you pitchside, awkwardly rubbing deep heat into a fresh cut, I didn't just laugh, I knew you needed my help from that point on. Since then, you've surprised me, supported me, challenged me, and made me laugh more than I thought one person could. You've shown me that a great relationship is part romance, part teamwork, and part being unbelievably weird and goofy together. I love so much about you, from your wild imagination to the bundles of energy and kindness. We've shared so many incredible moments and memories, more than I could ever have imagined. I wanted to make a few promises today, slightly different to what you've said. I promise to always name and help any animal within our flat, hotel, room, or life. I will also keep showing you the best ones, even when you're dragging me away when we're scuba diving. I promise to always be your travel buddy, whether we're skiing down the slopes in Georgia or just popping to the shops for snacks. No matter the destination, big or small, I'll be right there by your side, ready for whatever adventure or snack run comes next. No matter what life throws at us, we will always pull together stronger. I love you more than you will ever know, and I can't wait to spend forever and a day with you. I love you, Kieran.
And without further ado, can I ask John to step forward with the rings, please? Thank you. And Kieran, please take the ring that you are giving to Amy. And John, just step to the side for me here, sir. Thank you very much. And without further ado, just place the ring on the very tip of the finger she's chosen to wear it and hold it there for me, Kieran. Thank you. Now, I'm going to ask you a very short but very important question. By way of a hint, the answer that everybody came here to hear, Kieran, is I do. All right, so, Kieran, do you take Amy to be your lawful wedded wife, and do you promise to remain true to her for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
Please repeat the following words after me, saying them directly to Amy. Amy, I promise to love you and care for you.
Amy, I promise to love you and care for you.
In good times and in bad.
In good times and bad.
I give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
As a symbol.
As a symbol.
Of my love and commitment.
Of my love and commitment.
And I call upon.
And I call upon.
These persons here present.
These persons here present.
To witness that I, Kieran.
To witness that I, Kieran.
Do take thee, Amy.
Do take thee, Amy.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
And you can slide that ring on. It's a warm day, it's fine. Is it on? Perfect, it's on. All right, Amy, your turn. Please take the ring that you are giving to Kieran. And John, you can return to your seat. Love your work, sir. Thank you very much. Similarly, just place it on the tip of his finger. Hold it there for me. Traditionally, yes. There's no hard and fast rules. It's absolutely fine. Now, Amy, I'm going to ask you the same question that we asked Kieran a few moments ago. Would quite like to hear an I do from you as well. All right, so Amy, do you take Kieran to be your lawful wedded husband? Again, do you promise to remain true to him for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
Please repeat the following words after me, saying them directly to Kieran. Kieran, I promise to love you and care for you.
Kieran, I promise to love you and care for you.
In good times and in bad.
In good times and in bad.
I give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
As a symbol.
As a symbol.
Of my love and commitment.
Of my love and commitment.
And I call upon.
And I call upon.
These persons here present.
These persons here present.
To witness that I, Amy.
To witness that I, Amy.
Do take thee, Kieran.
Do take thee, Kieran.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
Great job. You can slide that ring on.
You're going to need to do that.
I have really big knuckles.
It's with immense pleasure and privilege that I can now declare you are officially and legally husband and wife. You can seal that bond with a kiss. Congratulations!
a little bit surreal. I think both me and Kieran never really thought, not in together, but just in general, that we would ever be married. But here we are, and what a journey it's been. It's been almost 6 years living in 2 different countries and visiting countless places on trips and holidays. In fact, if you look at the table names today, you'll see each one is a destination or an area that we've been to. You'll find photos around as well in those areas on the walls. And each holiday has a memory, a story, or a ridiculous inside joke. It's definitely been a wild 6 years, and to every one of those ventures has brought us closer to today. I'm standing here married to the person that makes every day better. So thank you, Kieran, for sending that message, for always making me laugh, and for building that life with me. I would love to tell you the story of how me and Kieran met 6 years ago. We first spoke after a training session. Kieran was walking his bike up this hill just here because naturally he'd just been hit by a car. It was brief, but I think we both made an impression on each other. I then went traveling for 2 months, and we didn't see each other again until the 21st of September, which is why we exited to that song today. It was a double header at the rugby pitches behind. There was the first team and the Gogs were playing. There we go. That day, so both of those guys were playing, I had a choice to make, and I saw a familiar face out there, Kat, who was pitch side. I also saw Kieran on the pitch and decided to watch the third team game, the Gogs. I did what any supportive friend would do. I stood on the sideline, cider in hand, happily watching the game unfold. And then the chaos began. The first injury happened. No physio in sight. I was already several cans down at that point, and obviously the logical solution was, you're a PE teacher, you can help, right? And just like that, I was roped in as the stand-in physio. Over the course of the game, I ended up dealing with a knockout, a dodgy ankle, hence, a couple of other bits and bobs, and then came Kieran. So in my vows earlier, you would have heard the first line, rubbing deep heat into an open wound. That was injury number 1 of the game. Second half, he went down, and turns out he'd broken his rib. Of course, it's Kieran. And who was sent on the pitch to help him? It was me. Slightly tipsy, cider in hand, turned emergency physio, and little did I know, I was helping the man I'd eventually marry. Later at the pub, we spent the evening chatting, and it just clicked. Conversation flowed so easily, and we barely noticed the time. At some point that night, I also discovered Kieran's unexpected obsession with sharks. Something that came up after I told him about the trip I'd just done to the Galapagos, seeing many different sharks. His face lit up like a kid at Christmas. And I think that was the moment I realized, although this guy's a little bit quirky, a lot curious, he's actually quite endearing. Naturally, I threw a 20p in his drink once or twice, just to test the waters. He took it kind of well. After the pub, we went for a Turkish, because clearly nothing says budding romance like grilled meat, friends, garlic sauce, and post-match bruises. Then we said our goodbyes, or bonjours. The next day, I got a message from him. Turns out he'd been too nervous to ask for my number, so shout out to Kat, who gave my number to him. Thank you, Kat. I'd like to give another shout out to JC, because actually at the same time I was messaging him asking for Kieran's number. He just beat me to it, so thank you, JC. So Kieran asked for my number, messaged me, and he suggested that we grab a drink. And I said, how about today? Nearly 6 years later, full of laughter, adventure, and everything in between, I'm standing here, married to the person that makes every day better. So thank you, Kieran, for sending that message, for always making me laugh, and for building that life with me. Here's to everything that's brought us here, and everything still to come. Cheers, guys.
Amy, you make me better every day. You've got a heart that gives endlessly. and a spirit that makes life feel like an adventure. I can't wait to be your forever travel buddy, dive buddy, gym buddy, kitchen dance partner, snuggle buddy, sous chef, and proud number 2. You are my soulmate, my favourite burrito, and forever the sloth of my life. Please raise your glass to my amazing wife.
I'm Emma, Amy's maid of honour, and it is indeed a great honour to be with her today to watch her marry her other best friend. For as long as I've known you both, it was so obvious how happy you make each other, how silly you are, and how you make the most out of life and being together. I feel so lucky to have met you. You've been my family away from home, even if you have temporarily left me to go to Dubai. It's fine, it's fine.
So I first met, he's had all sorts of names. He's called Kizzy, Muzza, and Blue. And like even Sean, hearing you call him Blue today, it brought back so many memories. I always know you'll call him as Blue because he got his umbilical cord wrapped around his neck when he came out. And Murray today, as a 34-year-old, is very similar to the 4-year-old that I met at Old Dolby Village Hall. So we grew up in sleepy little Old Dolby. It's a rural village. There's not a lot to do. The highlight was maybe walk to the post office. But we still managed to have great times, and I'll forever treasure them and remember them, the times we had growing up. So we had a great time at John Furley, and like, it was just so much fun, and I'm forever grateful. It's memories that I'll treasure forever. So thank you very much. I've loved it.
Amy, you are a saint, and all joking aside, it has been a real pleasure to watch the joy you've brought into his life. And the mild anxiety he is no doubt brought into this. One of the greatest things you've done is encourage a sense of adventure in him, and I've genuinely never seen him happier than when he's talking about all the places he's been and all the places he's seeing with you, and the plans you've got ahead. What we haven't mentioned cannot be missed, and it's Kieran is the kindest, most genuine, and generous person we've ever known. There isn't a thing he wouldn't do for his friends or family when they need him, and he's immensely proud and protective of all of you. And it's our honest privilege to be stood here today. You're one of the most focused and driven people that we've ever known, and it's been a genuine pleasure to watch the success that you're having in life and your career. What makes it even better is knowing that you have found someone so amazing to share that with in Amy. To Amy and Kieran.
Thank you, guys.
So I'm in the kitchen, and Caroline's in one side, Amy's there, and you walked out a bit sheepish and went, "Dad, I want to play rugby." So we had a talk and then said, okay, try a few rugby clubs. You try some local ones to where we live. I can't report because children are present, my grandchildren, what she said on that. And she ended up at the Gladys. The Gladys. But to me is I could go on the rugby, but we go to Twickenham. What happens on Twickenham? Stays at Twickenham. To Amy, Kieran, I could talk for ages of these. Beautiful couple, but cheers. Cheers.